Okay, well, I just got the strangest question. A very interesting question. Best question I've heard in a long time. It's a strange question. It's a hypothetical question. And it's right out of left field. In the olden days, if something was right out of left field, it was like, it was like a streaker. In 1977, it was the fashion. People would go to Major League Baseball, for example, and then they get in the crowd, and at an opportune moment, they would take off all their clothes, hop the fence, and get on the field and run around butt ass naked. It was a big fad, 1977. I don't know where. I don't know. That's left field. It's like somebody just, you're watching a baseball game and it's like a knuckle biter and it's like your team is behind by one, but your best guy's up, and all of a sudden everything stops. No, it doesn't. It gets even busier because the players stop. Or something stops and there's like a whole pile of security guys running around and there's a streaker and the whole crowd goes crazy. They love streakers. They love them. They love them. They love them. They love them. And then they got rid of them and we don't have any fun watching Major League stuff anymore. But that came out right out of left field. You know, in the middle of the baseball game, the most unexpected thing just happened. I never dreamed of going to a baseball game and seeing some guy running around butt ass naked. Never dreamed, but that happened, and it's like, I'm never going to forget that baseball game. That particular game, I'm never going to forget it. Never, 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 never. Okay, this is Hertz, and Hertz, you'll remember from physics, means frequency. And usually it's, I don't know, frequency. And frequently something appears. What's the frequency of that phenomenon? A full moon, it's usually, well, once a month, sometimes two. Okay, so here's the strange question. When I was in high school, when I was in geography with Mr. Chapman, there was me, we're out the back. Me, you're never supposed to put yourself first when you're saying a sentence. You're supposed to be the last person, but anyways, me, Jim Gravel, Ken Prout, and Tony Matarazzo. And we sat at the back of Doug Chapman's geography class, and we loved that class. Because we loved Doug Chapman. And we didn't get in too much trouble about talking amongst ourselves at the back. We did. And, you know, I guess I haven't seen those guys since high school. Well, might have said hello briefly one time for something with Ken Prout years ago. That's as far as I know about those guys. And the hypothetical question that came out of left field, that is the best question I've heard in such a long time, is, how'd it go? Would I put my head... No, that wasn't right. No. Would I put my life in Tony Matarazzo's hands? Yes. I trust that he would do the right thing. I do. Yes. Same for Ken and same for Jim. Absolutely. Because why would it take me a while to think? Well, just I don't know. Because you're thinking about, like, what exactly does that question mean? Put your life in someone's hands. Well, you put your life in a surgeon's hands if you need a major operation. No, it's not something you would give away lightly, would it? Well, it's mostly going to be like if you were disabled and you couldn't speak for yourself, and if there was a guardian on the list and Tony's name was there, would you pick him? Yeah. Because I know him. Well, someone's going to say, well, you knew him back when you were, I don't know, 15 years old, maybe? Well, I didn't know him that well. I mean, we had the class together. I still would. Well, there's a bunch of other people on the list, and let's say I don't know anybody else's list, but it is definitely the guy I was in class with. I'm going to pick him because I had, a year of geography with him there versus somebody I don't know who could be Hannibal Lecter or something. Well, why wouldn't you pick the person that you know is a good person? I know I'm not dissing anybody else on the list, it's just I don't know any of them at all. And if that's the only person that I know, I'm going to go with that person. Now we'll have to come back to this in a minute. Okay, I'm going to shift gears a little bit because when I lived in Vancouver, I went to what's known as the Alpha course, put on by Broadway Church in Vancouver. And what it is that you go, I think it was once a week, maybe like a Wednesday night. And, they show you a video lecture from a British minister who, before he was a minister, was a barrister, a solicitor, in other words, an attorney lawyer. And he was trying to explain to us people about how much more advanced Jesus is than us. And I don't know, basically what I can remember was he said, okay, we're all down here, and Jesus is way, way up here. In other words, there's a huge difference in our consciousness and that of Jesus Christ. And what he asked you to do was put your trust in this guy. Put your life in his hands, because he's so much higher in consciousness than you. And that's the advice, in a nutshell, of the Alpha Course. Trust Jesus. Well, I just want to add to it because that's what I got from that lecture. I don't know, it was a long time ago. Let's go 16 years ago. It's just that the other day when I was walking by a church in Thunder Bay, I think it was St. Agnes on Brown Street, they're offering the Alpha Course. I'm not sure if it's the same Alpha Course that was there so many years ago. But, if you want to go, that's a place you can go. I haven't seen this course, so I don't know if it's the same. But we want to add more information to it. But I was just showing you. Because we do have new information that particular minister, the barrister solicitor from England, probably didn't know. Let's go with he didn't know. Okay, so I would never put my life in the hands of who? Devils. On the scale of human consciousness, okay, so we had up here is Jesus, and then here is the average Joe, and then devils. I'm gonna move this up a little bit. Devils would be down here. Devils at 150. And then, I don't know, let's just say 300 level is where the people are. Most of the people are around 300. And then up here, because I'm going to move it back to the same range, at 1,000 is Jesus. And we recommended that you trust Jesus because he's got so much more consciousness. Why would people that are at 300 trust people that are down at 150 in the land of criminals and devils and backstabbers?